Okay. Hi everybody. I know I don't really make many videos, but this is, I guess, my third video. Today was a good day. Before I get into all that, I was just gonna put on here that I'm gonna start making videos of other things as well as transition. You know, as everybody knows that's seen any of my videos, well, my one video, I guess, that's on my page, it's been about support. My husband's going through transition, F to M, and I've basically been wanting to just focus on spousal and partner support for your partner that's going through transition, or any questions that anybody has about it. But I kind of wanted to make it a little bit more personal from now on. There's still going to be, you know, transition videos or whatnot, but there's also going to be dealing with depression and more personal stuff. Not many people know that I was diagnosed with major depression. Actually, it's major reoccurring depression. And in this transition, we've had to battle with my issues as well, and I think it's important for people to know that, you know, this is a common thing, and it's, you know, whenever you go through transition, when people go through transition, it's not just those problems that you have to deal with. You have to deal with other problems, your regular life problems that, you know, you go through every day, and if you're with a partner, your partner may have issues too, and that's just stuff that has to be addressed and worked on just like any other thing. So that'll be, you know, in the future. But I wanted to talk about today. Today was a really good day. We actually went to Danny's consultation for top surgery today. He hasn't started T yet and isn't going to until after his surgeries. We found out today that they're going to try to do his top surgery and his hysterectomy all at one time. The top surgeon that we had a consultation with today and his OBGYN are really good friends, and they're both surgeons. They're both the ones that are doing both ends of the surgery. So they're going to try to coordinate it to where it's the same day, so that it all get knocked out at one time. Danny has a condition called malignant hyperthermia, so he has a harder recovery, and more surgeries can just put more risk into it and whatnot. So we're just going to try to kind of bypass all of that and knock it all out at one time. We're really, really excited about it. This is a really big step for Danny. This is one of the most important parts to him, is getting his top half that identifies him, or makes it hard for him to identify as a man on a regular basis. Get that kind of taken out so it's a little bit easier for him, and then he'll start T later down the road or whatnot, and I think everything will come together quite well. At least that's what we're hoping for. So today was a really good day. We went through the risk factors, the procedure, at least the basics of it. The next consultation just before the surgery, we'll go in depth with everything about how the surgery is going to go, what they're going to do, where they're going to do what kind of deal. But basically what she told us, what she usually wants to do, since Danny has a bigger chest, they usually will take a center out and kind of drawstring it up, and then place the nipple where it needs to be in a typical male anatomy, I guess. And one of the risks with that, with any kind of nipple repositioning, is the chance of it sloughing off. The hope is that the tissue connects back to the muscle and there's enough blood flow where the nipple will, you know, connect itself, and it won't, the tissue won't die, basically. So that's our hopes, but the chances, you know, I'm not really sure what the chances are, but there still is the chance. that it won't reconnect like we want it to. In that case, then there's always alternatives. There was a guy that she told us about that went and got his nipple tattooed on, and that worked quite well. So, I mean, we can always do that. We're both big into tattoos anyways, so, I mean, that's always an option. One of the hardest parts on Danny physically is going to be the anesthesia. Because of his condition, anesthesia can be a risky ordeal. So they have to take extra precaution. They've got specific types of anesthesia. It may even just be a sedative, like a badass sedative that they have to give him. I'm not really sure about all that, but it's just one of those things that we have to deal with, and they have to go in and sanitize everything more than they typically would. I'm not really sure how all that works either, but I'm learning. All I know is it can be a big risk. It can be a really big risk. And they have to keep a very, very close eye on Danny whenever he's under, to make sure that everything goes the way we want it to and not to the worst. It's a risky thing. It's not like a life and death risky thing. I say that, and there's always that risk, but anyways, it's scary in some senses, but it's something that's really, really important for me and for Danny, especially Danny, because, I mean, that's what this whole thing's about. It's about Danny being happy with Danny, and that's the most important thing with this entire process. So this is a risk we're willing to take, and this is a risk that we're all willing to go through with him. We support him 100% still, 150%. The most important thing is that Danny's happy, because the whole purpose in life is to live your life happily. I mean, the whole purpose is to make yourself happy, and if you're not happy with yourself, you're not going to be happy with any other aspect of your life. So, that's where we are. We're really excited about the surgery. He has to go in and get a mammogram, just to kind of check everything out, and that is on the 21st. Unfortunately, it's the same time as one of my therapy appointments, so I'm not going to be able to be there, because my therapy is a non-negotiable deal. Me and him have discussed it, and it's something that I have to do. So he's gonna go by himself, do his mammogram, which is okay. I mean, it's just, we both like that I'm there for support since I'm his wife, and that's kind of what I'm here for. I'm here for support in this aspect of our life. He needs as much support as he can get, and I try to be there for everything. But there are going to be situations, just like any other marriage, that I'm not going to be able to be there. This is one of them, and thankfully it's not one of the bigger parts. And from there, they've got other testing that they've got to do, but it should be no more than 3 months, and the surgery will take place. They were thinking that we were wanting to do it in a couple of weeks, but Danny has to build up vacation time and sick time with his job, so we gotta wait for that. Unfortunate, but it's part of life, right? Well, this video's getting a little bit long, so I'm gonna jump off here. I just wanted to reiterate, though, that there will be other videos, and I'll try to do them a little more often. And if you have any suggestions for videos or topics, or any questions or comments, then just right down below you can post them, and I'll get to them. I promise. I'll check up on them. And I'm on Facebook too. If you just look up Angel Clem, just let me know that you're on my YouTube, you saw my videos, because I don't usually just add anybody. It's just too risky nowadays, unfortunately. But just let me know where you saw me, and I'll add you, and you kind of get an insight to our lives. So it's good talking to you, and I'll see you again soon.